We have left Georgia and we are now in South Carolina, working our way northward. And today we're going to talk a little bit about it. Hang in there till the end because we do have some fun things with Ninette and Tanzi. Hey everyone, this is David with Tigner Adventures, and we are now in South Carolina. So we have left Georgia, stayed there for 2.5 months, and now we're in South Carolina working our way north. Today we're actually staying at a Boondockers welcome host. So we're staying here 2 nights, and the plan is that last night worked out really great, and the plan was to actually go to Myrtle Beach today. That's kind of what we were looking at doing, and we're going to actually meet up with some other subscribers, I guess. Yep. So that had reached out to us. We were going to visit with them and everything, and but then we had some things happen on the way that kind of have changed our plans just a little bit. So the first thing is this: we pulled over at the rest stop, and we seen, as I checked out the rig before we started, I'm losing. This is kind of weird. It looks like automatic transmission fluid coming out of my exhaust pipe. Now that is definitely, kind of concerning, especially when I just couldn't understand how that could even happen. How can you get automatic transmission in your exhaust pipe? So anyway, so we took off. The rig seemed to be running just fine. We went the rest of the way. We had about 60 miles to go, so we drove the rest of the way until we got to this host site. And then as I actually looked into it a little bit more, yep, we kind of figured out what was going on there, which wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I have no idea why my jacks, the reservoir is overflowing a little bit. Haven't really noticed that problem before, so don't really understand that. So, but anyway, at least I'm not worried about it because it's not anything functional as far as the rig running and us staying on the road and things like that. So we're still good. However, before I get to the however, let me just show you. Look behind here. Isn't this pretty cool? This is we're staying at this host, but we're right in Lexington, South Carolina. Okay. And this is like sitting in the woods, as I just kind of pan around here. We are in the woods, and you don't really hear any of the city noise or anything. So I'll tell you, one of the things we love is our Boondockers welcome. You can see we are an affiliate of Boondockers welcome, but I'll tell you, for the price you pay, which I think is like $60, it actually either you can do that, plus they have Harvest Host if you want to add that on and things like that. I don't really like the Harvest Host part of it because usually we don't stay at businesses very seldom, if any. We have stayed at 2 of them over the last 3 years of ownership, but it's just not worth it to us. But Boondockers welcome has been a really great asset to have, and we just decided we're going to go this way. I looked it up, and hey, here's a host sitting here that's willing to share their yard. They have a really nice yard, and and it's nice that in this particular case, he also has, if I can look around here to the side right here, he actually has a power setup here, which a lot of them don't. And the idea of a Boondockers welcome is that you're just going to kind of park there for the night, and then you're going to move on to the next day, kind of thing. Some of them will let you stay for multiple nights, but usually they don't provide any power or anything like that. It's getting, now that Harvest Host took over Boondockers welcome, I think they're introducing that more and more, that Boondockers welcome people are okay to charge for power. In this particular case, he offers it and just asks for a donation. So, and it's worth it in our particular case because guess what? Our fridge is having a problem. So for some reason, the gas wasn't working. And so it works fine on AC. So we are on AC right now, but to be able to run our refrigerator and our air conditioner is really, the solar cannot handle that at all. And so by plugging in, at least we're plugged in, it's taking the load off the batteries, and we'll be able to run the AC because it is 98 degrees out here today. and it's just hot. I mean, when I walked out this morning, when I first started this video, it was 88 degrees outside. That was great, but the side of the rig, I had to put the awning out because the side of the rig was 104. So that sun is just really, really hot. So anyway, it's hot. So, and the, you know, so it's nice to be able to plug in and have something like that. So in this case, he does, and he put it all up front, you know, on the description, exactly what he had, and you know, if you're interested in using it, just let him know. So that worked out really well. So that's been really great. So anyway, from there, then we didn't get to go to Myrtle Beach like we were going to plan to do today or do anything else. We spent the whole day looking for the part for our refrigerator once I diagnosed it. So let me go over to the refrigerator and I'll kind of show you what I got. So okay, I'm going to show you my refrigerator really quick here. So part of living in your rig full-time, it's just like living in a house full-time. You know, things go bad. In fact, I was talking to the subscriber. We were going to meet down by Myrtle Beach, and their water pump for their well quit working yesterday, and so they've been struggling with that last night and today too. So everyone's been having their little issues, you know, and this is what was in their house. So when you're full-time in an RV, you're going to have the same kinds of things. They're just going to happen to pop up, and that's what's happened here. So let me just show you this little guy over here. This is where the gas burns to actually, this refrigerator actually is different than a lot of them. This one will run on DC, AC, and gas. Most of the ones you see these days will only run on AC or gas. So I kind of like this, and I haven't wanted to switch it out because it does all three modes, which has come in handy a lot. But this piece over here, this little wire right here is supposed to, when you turn the gas on, supposed to strike and start a flame, and it, you know, runs. Well, I am getting no power here at all. And this little guy runs over to a little white box right here, and it actually goes through this little gas valve right here. And so the power, which is this yellow wire, is the positive. The white on here is the negative. So it actually sends power to here, and you can hear this click. And I've actually pulled those leads off, and I've taken wires from the battery, and I've actually touched it, and you know, it clicks just fine. I've actually taken this little plug off right here, and I've used this little meter. This is actually meant for measuring gas. So you're supposed to have 11 inches of water column is what they call it. And I'm actually getting 11 inches of water column there when that clicks on. So this little guy, this little relay is working. These yellow wires actually, one of them goes into here, and then the other one goes off and plugs into this white thing back here. So that's what's applying the 12 volts of power to that white, and they call that a reignition coil. And that's what actually sends the spark out to the gas line. Now, once it sparks and starts, then there's power running through this all the time that makes a loop in the system so that you know, the refrigerator knows that the gas is running and there's an actual flame, so that if it doesn't get that power going back through there, then it knows that I don't have a flame, and so I've got to turn off the gas because I don't want the unit to blow up, which is good. so anyway, so that little box right here is kind of a special little box. This is a Dometic fridge, and I'll tell you, it took me yesterday and today trying to find this, and I actually finally went to Camping World, and they didn't have it. But the tech there, he says, you know what, there's a place down the road that's a service center, and they have all kinds of weird stuff, and they pull it out of rigs and things like that they're junking and stuff like that. So kind of like a auto, or you know, an RV junkyard kind of thing. So we went there. It was kind of in the South 40 of Lexington, where we're staying in South Carolina. It was quite a ways out there, but in the middle of nowhere, all of a sudden, here is this RV shop, and they got the cutest sign right here. But anyway, so we were able to find this little box. All right, now the price on this other one is $49.97. I don't know when that was replaced, but between this one was $115, and then I had to buy the new striker piece here, or I didn't have to probably, but I wanted to make sure I just replaced all of it at once. So overall, I ended up spending $180 plus to get these pieces, and I'm gonna just replace those. Hopefully that'll take care of our reigniting issue there, and will be taken care of. This little guy puts out what they, power wise, they call it 50 milliamps of power. I found another one on Amazon and it did 100 milliamps, but the problem is that it's coming back through here to this motherboard, and that motherboard may only be able to take care of 50 milliamps, and maybe it can't handle 100. So I hate to put in some off-brand one that wasn't the same exact specs and have it burn up the motherboard, because those alone are about 150 bucks. So, you just start working yourself down a little hole. So anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and replace this, see if this takes care of it. But as far as our trip today, this is what we're doing. Okay, so I've gone ahead and replaced that part now, and we're gonna just watch here and see if it works. We should get a little strike there as soon as it's ready to let the gas out. See, oh, there it goes. You heard that click? That was the gas valve opening, and so that is now going. So hey, yay, we can run this off of the gas again and not use up all our AC, so that'll be a plus. All right, so just a couple little things. At least at least I don't have a problem wrong with my automatic transmission. There's no way that the transmission fluid can get into the engine compartment to, actually come out the exhaust. So that was just mind-boggling as to what the heck was coming out, and it was coming out at a pretty good pace there. So it's just kind of weird, but it must just been when I stopped at the rest stop, I was sitting a certain way that just allowed that to overflow, and it was really hot. So it's just what happened. So anyway, that problem's fixed. This problem's fixed. We are ready to get back on the road tomorrow. And so I guess what we need to do is we need to have a little bit of Ninette time and Tanzi time before we close out this video. So let's see what they're doing. So what's going on with Tanzi?
She came out and she was putting her hand under the tire, and now I just found a little lizard that went up into the tire. That's what she was chasing.
You're chasing the little lizard, huh?
I'm waiting for it.
Tanzi. Whoops. Up the other way. What you doing there, huh?
Where's the lizard?
What you doing? Oh yeah? You like it out here, don't you? You like being outside. Should we show people your new little house that we got from your, what would that be? Her aunt?
Yep. Hand-me-downs from the cousins.
Hand-me-down from the cousins, yep. So we'll show you this little house that we got. Okay, we've been talking. I think Tanzi's the aunt, and it's her nieces and nephew that gave this to her. So anyway, this was their little playhouse at their house, and now Tanzi is really having fun with it. So she loves sitting in it. She loved sitting in it when she was back in Warner Robins, and so we have this up on our dash, and tell you, we're just getting too many things for this little house. But this that area up there's hers, so it's not a big deal. And she usually sits on this, let's see if I get this camera to go right way. She likes to lay on that pillow and crawl up in that little purple tube and everything. That's my radios, so we had to cover those because she likes to lay on them also. So anything that's kind of high, she likes to sit up on. And anyway, Ninette says she's melting.
Yeah.
The nice thing about this place we're staying is in the afternoon we're in the shade, so that's nice, but it's still pretty hot and humid. So at least we're not in the direct sunlight, so that's really good. I'll tell you, this morning we left all the shades open, and when the sun came up this morning, it was just a straight shot right into our eyes in the bedroom. So woke us up. Yep. So
woke up Tanzi too.
Yeah, woke up Tanzi, and
she was in her box, and it probably started getting pretty hot in there.
Yeah, probably, because it was pretty hot in the window. I had to get up and close all the shades because the rig has stayed right at 80 or 82 degrees today with the air conditioner going full blast, trying to catch up with it, because like I said, the skin of the rig was darn hot, and so it just all builds up. So anyway, but hey, we've resolved a couple issues that we had.
Really?
So, yep.
Yay.
We got the fridge working again.
Yay.
we don't have a transmission problem. Yay! And tomorrow we're going to be heading up into North Carolina. We're heading to another one of our subscribers that's reached out to us. So we're going to go say hi to them, stay with them for the night. So that'll be a lot of fun. And we're going to stop this time. I missed the Welcome Center for South Carolina. So we're going to try to hit the Welcome Center for North Carolina, just to see what
we forgot we did that all the time. And we saw it and went, oh,
we've been off the road too long, so now that we're back on the road and actually traveling around.
At least there's two for Carolina, you know, south and north. So
south and north, yep.
Miss one,
yeah,
we can
miss
hit the other
south,
one.
so we'll get to the north. So anyway, it's not that big a deal, but it's fun to go in there and see them, because I think the Welcome Centers they're all pretty cool. They give you coffee.
They tell you all the neat things that there is.
They tell you all the neat things around and stuff. So,
but this Welcome Center did.
Yeah, we
had a lot of.
This guy here for Boondockers Welcome. I mean, he has a whole mailbox full of brochures and everything. He works for the Forest Service, and so he's got everything for the area. There's actually a national park that's pretty close, about 30 minutes from here. We looked at it and everything, and we thought, you know, as buggy as it is right now, we don't want to go out, and it's so hot and humid, it'd be really tough they have a really cool boardwalk to hike.
Maybe we can do it in the morning.
But it will be warm. Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if there's a place to park.
It was already 88 when we got up this morning, so I don't think it's going to be that much difference tomorrow. So anyway, you know, some cool things around the area, but like we always say, next time. So eventually we're going to run out of the time for next time, but you know, for right now, at least it gives us a reason to come back through the area again. So yeah, so the East Coast is not someplace we get to a lot, but next time we'll have more ideas of what we want to do. So anyway,
don't come in July or August. That would be the first.
Yeah, I think our next time that we're going to come out here is going to be when we plan to spend. You keep walking away from me.
I know. There's a reason.
Where we can spend like the whole year or 2 years just out here. So that once we get here, we just wander around. So we're not driving
not 1 or 2
out,
years.
We're driving back and everything. I mean, it's just a lot of mileage going back and forth. So
yes.
Anyway, but with that, we'll go ahead and close out this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping up with us. We do appreciate it. Again, there's ways to help us out there. So hit that subscribe button, and we'll just continue to come out here and have fun with you guys and with us. So anyway, so thanks for coming along, and we'll just catch you on our next video, or maybe in person.
Okay.
So take care.
Bye.